What's going on, guys? It's Daniel with Big Red Games here, and today we're here with David. And what'd you pilot at our locals there, buddy?
I played Yellow Lordknightmon, or I like to call personally Yellow Chaos Volderarm, because I never drew a Lord Knight, but that's just me. So yeah, it's Yellow Lord Knight that I'm playing. I ended up piloting Lord Knight because I just think it's probably the most consistent deck in the format. Bunch of reducing DP powers, getting a bunch of pluses off that, swarming the board, bunch of control. That's just my personal favorite.
Bet. All right, let's hop on the babies.
All right, so babies wise, I only played 4 Pikmin. So a lot of people like to only at least run 5 babies. They like to play the other Koromon, where it's like 3 free security, you get to neg 1000 DP. Personally, I just like Pikmin more. It's more consistent. At that board state, like you're already going to be calling 1 off Lord Knight, so it's already 2 bodies on board. And then at some point during the game, you're already going to have 3. And so when you swing, you're always going to minus the 1000 DP, and that's just insane to me. Like you always want to have that.
So, did the 4 babies ever come up in the grind game, like you accidentally running out of babies?
So personally, I never found myself into running out of babies. At that point, I'd already have like so much on board that like it wouldn't really matter if I needed to digivolve again, because I already have so many 3s on board, and by that time I wouldn't probably have any 3s in my hand.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So those are the babies I play. Let's keep those over here. So going to the level 3s, I play obviously the 3 Pulsemons. A lot of people like to maybe play 4. I just feel like it's more consistent to play other babies. But obviously Pulsemon is the best card in the deck. 3 or less security, you draw a card, and 3 or more security, three or more security, you draw a card. 3 or less security, you gain a memory. So 90% of the time, they're already gonna be hitting you for maybe 1 damage. After that, if you get to the 2 damage, like only 3 security left, this card's gonna come up a lot more often. But you also have cards like in your deck like Blinding Ray, which gets you there to use Pulsemon in fact. So like you always want to like either call this off like Lord Knight, or you can hard play it. It's an easy 2-drop to play if you're at 3 or less and you get to draw 2. Or if you like really are bricking, you can just hard cast it. It's another body on board. It's really good. Yeah. Okay. Next level 3 we play is another MVP of the deck, Starmons. Starmon's on play skill is for every Digimon you have on board, you get to neg 1000 DP. It just maybe gets for the little guys, or if you already have a big board, you can neg a big guy, go for a blocker, anything like that. As well as the Pikmin, if you already have that under as well, it's already another neg, so that's already probably 4,000, 5,000 DP. You didn't get rid of, because at that point you're gonna have so much bodies on board anyway. And I also see myself hard playing it a lot too.
Okay.
For the next baby we play, not a lot of people like this one, but I play at 3. So I play Patamon at 3. Personally, because I see myself getting that +1 memory a lot. Like I'm gonna be controlling the board most of the time. I'll only swing for game if I really need to. But either way, I'm chipping away at your opponent like every turn, just like swinging with Lord Knight. So I get the proc off and I get the damage off. So I always neg DP with that, and I try to like control their opponent's board as much as possible, and with doing so I get a free plus by getting another memory, so I can keep playing with my turns.
So did that come up like all the time in every game, or was it just like every once in a while?
So I just personally, I saw myself drawing Patamon a lot in like hatching area. That's probably like really inconsistent, but it's one of the babies that you do want to digivolve first. But if not, it's completely fine. Otherwise, you could just call it off Lord Knight, digivolve next turn into a blocker or something like that. So it's still usable no matter what, even if it's early or late game, in my opinion.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Next level 3 we play is for the meta calls. I play 2 Cutemon. This hits Imperial Dramon, it hits green, it hits, what's the other deck it hits? What the deck it hits?
That's it.
Got it. Okay. The other deck it hits the 2 Cutemons. So these are honestly just insane in that format and in that matchup. Imperial Dramon would have to digivolve for 5, and that just really hurts him honestly, and then it passes over to my turn. If I have TK, gets to go and play on my turns, they have to waste an entire turn to just play Imperial.
Yeah. So did that ever come up? I'm guessing it didn't, since you didn't know what it did.
Yeah. It does come up a lot. Yeah, no, it really does. Playing against blue, it's like a lot of people think it's the tier 1 road deck. And so a lot of people are playing blue, and it's honestly just an insane meta call for that deck. Because otherwise, you do have to deal with an Imperial Dramon, which isn't too hard with this deck, in my opinion. You have like a lot of other stuff in the deck that can take care of that. But I'll explain that in a second.
Cool.
Yeah.
How many rookies are you playing overall?
I am playing, I believe, 14 if I can count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. Yeah, 14 rookies.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then the last rookie we play is Bushy Agumon. This card swings you for games, gets you bodies on board. It's an insane rush card. If you already have something down to like less than 1,000 DP or like less than 3,000 DP, it's just an insane card to play. Like swings for game, all that goodness. Yeah. Okay. That's done with grade 3, level 3s, other than this card, which I really don't count as a level 3. But we play one Lucemon.
Ooh, pretty boy.
Yeah, so I play one Lucemon because obviously you can play it from Lord Knight. It's just a free recovery one, and I saw as if I played 2, it'd be too bricky. But playing it at 1 is decent. If you see it, you see it. If you don't, it doesn't really change the game too much, other than the fact that it recovers 1.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's done with level 3s now. Going on to our level 4s, our champions. We're going to be playing 4 level 4 1 cost Evos. Just to ramp faster up to Lord Knight. Just getting that whole chain on board. Like, I feel like Lord Knight will be less than like 5 memory, honestly, to just play if you play the correct stack, obviously. Unless you want to like play like 3-drop level 5s, which are good in this deck. But mainly you want to do just ramp up to Lord Knight. Get it as fast as you can.
Okay.
Yeah. Second level 4 we play. You just play 4 1-cost blockers. 5 DP, 5,000 DP blockers. Play 4 blockers, I feel like it's pretty standard. 1-cost Evo again, just to ramp up. I feel like there's nothing more to say about that.
Not bad.
Yeah. And then I do play the 3 Unimons for level 4s as well. I'm playing Uni because I just feel like the 6,000 DP does deal with a lot of stuff nowadays. A lot of things are negating things for 5, like Shoutmon. So this honestly just stops their whole play. If they swing into it, they swing into it. If they can't really kill it with their slip ability. So it's just another blocker on board. It is 2-cost Evo, so it does make it harder to ramp, but at that point you already see like either a Tuarimon or a Pitomon at that point.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, that should be all of the level 4s. That should be 11 level 4s. 11 full 4s that we're playing. And then going into level 5s. MVP of the deck.
I wonder why.
100%. Yeah. Knightmon's absolutely insane. The fact that it's a level 5, so you can just digivolve into a level 6 after it, negating 4,000 DP on play, you're most likely going to be playing it from Lord Knight's skill. If you need to hardcast it, it's completely fine, because by that point, you'll probably have a Patamon on board, so it's only playing for 6. So it's like another removal. So if you're at 3, you're just moving him back to 3 if he has a memory tamer. So it's actually insane. Yeah. If I could play more, I probably would.
That would be a little broken.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. Second level 5 we play is going to be these Wargrowls. Wargrowl is a great option in this deck. The fact that you can neg 4 again with its main ability. So at that point in hatching area, you're gonna have it ready and just ready to fire. The minus 4,000 DP, and that can get rid of a blocker plus like your Pikmons, like I said. So if you have this and this under it, if you swing with Lord Knight, you're dealing forward something, and then you're gonna swing for neg 1 something. So you're killing a blocker at that point. So It's actually just insane. And then the +1 Hairball actually comes up quite a bit. I wouldn't say too much, but you're mostly playing it for the Digiburst effect. And then the last 2 level 5s we play, we have an 8 count of level 5s. We're playing Antilamon. So I'm playing this card for the same reason that I'm playing the Pitomon and the Tuarimons, just faster ramping. I would play more Wargrowls if I wanted to, but I just feel like that 3-cost Evo sometimes does suck if your opponent's putting you at 2, if you don't have a tamer out. So Antilamon's just insane for just ramping, like I said.
Did the hard casting for 7 ever come up like in a game? Did you ever feel like, it's better to hard cast for 7 instead of 8?
That did come up. I wouldn't say it comes up too much, because I'm playing so many rookies and so many level 4s that I'll always mostly likely get up to my level 6s. If I were to though, that could be another plus to the 7-cost level 5s.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and then for level 6s, we are playing the heart and soul of this deck. Her Majesty herself, Lordknightmon.
Who never appears.
Who never appears in my game, but we don't talk about it. I'll find it some other way. But yeah, so I play 4 Lordknightmons, self-explanatory, insane skills. On attacking, you get to play level 3 or a warrior type from your hand. Calls out anything from the deck that's level 3s, and then it calls out your Knightmons, which are obviously the broken card of the format, in my opinion. And then, all turns, for every other Digimon on board, she gets plus 1,000, so she'll be a big beat stick either way. On swing, she'll already be at 12. Yeah.
Nice.
Nothing much to explain there. And then I feel like I'm playing pure yellow. A lot of people like to play Mastermind yellow, but I like pure yellow more because it's more consistent because it's this guy right here.
Yes, sir.
Slash Angemon. So when Digivolving, he reduces 8,000 DP for any one of your opponent's Digimon. This plus the Knightmon combo, you are killing a 12k. Like, it's actually insane. And then you're killing a 13k if you have Pikmon under it too. So it's such a big like ability to play that you can just play Knightmon and then you can play Slash on your turn if you already have 3 memory, and then you go to 0 and you can keep playing on your board. So you can even use this with the next card that I'm about to show you guys, and it's just insane control after that.
1000%.
Yeah. So that's that, and then we're gonna be playing our two level 7s. Oh, for the 8 for level 6s, we're only playing 7 level 6s. That's because we're making room for this guy.
The homie.
Chaosmon Valderarm. This guy's honestly insane. Like, I saw this card come up so many times. Even if it does suck to Digivolve for 6, but that minusing 14 to, or like 2 7s to the entire board is absolutely insane to me. But yeah, no, other than the on deletion effect, like, this card gets rid of so many cards that's in the meta right now. Like, any level 6 that you can think of gets rid of. And then even then, if you have Azor on your opponent's board, if you have Pikmon already on the board, you're already negating 1 to it, and then you're negating another 14 to it. So it completely kills it.
Big pluses.
Yeah.
Did the on deletion effect to gain 3 memory ever come up?
It does when it comes to defeat. So if I'm trying to get rid of a defeat, he most likely will try to kill the Voldarm, even though it's a dead card. It's just a big body, and it's really hard to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So killing the defeat with Voldarm, you'll get another 3 memory back. So you're still playing on your turn technically if you started at 3. So you can Chaos Voldarm the defeat. It kills this, and I just still play with my turn.
Okay.
Yeah. And then moving on to the options. People not really won't like my options, but it's okay.
I don't even like them, but it's okay.
Yeah. So first we play the Tamers. So we play 3 TK.
Why do you play TK?
So TK is basically the searcher for the deck. It searches your security, so it searches at least 5 cards for you for anything that you need in your hand. So if you're missing level 3, 4, 5, or 6, or you're missing a Lord Knight or a 7, you can use TK to find it, and then you get to recover 1. So you're basically back at your original security, and then obviously it's a memory setter.
Of course.
Yep. So you play 3 TKs, and then personally, my favorite card in the deck as well, it's gonna be Spiral Masquerade.
All right, this card's just broke. But
yeah.
Go ahead and explain it for everyone who doesn't know what this
is.
Is.
So it's an option. So I play for 4, and then for every Digimon I have in play, I can neg 3,000 to any one of your opponent's Digimon. So this can activate multiple times for every single Digimon. So say if you have 5 Digimon on board, you can activate the neg 3,000 on 5 separate occasions. So if they have 3 bodies on board, you can neg 3 to all of them if you wanted to. But yeah, no, this card's insane. Like, the fact that you already swarmed the board so much, this gave yellow such a good option just to kill more things, honestly. Like, and I also saw myself playing this card with the Patamon. So with this whole thing, you're basically playing Spiral Masquerade for 3, and that's such a plus in my opinion. Like, and I'll also have Patamons maybe 2 out on the board at some point, so I'm playing it for 2. The fact that it's like an insane kill option, and you're playing it for either 3 or 2, never 4 at that point. And even if you play it for 4, it's completely worth it because you're killing something on board that's like so big.
That's so mega plus.
Yeah. So Spiral Masquerade is great card, and then the last card I play, 1 Blinding Ray.
All right, so real quick, explain Why only one? Because most people play this at 4 or 3.
Yeah, so I only play at 1 because I feel like it's honestly a brick. I do see myself, if I play 4, I'll definitely see myself killing myself way faster, rather than in like Lordknightmon. Because if I play this in Lordknightmon, it makes a lot more sense. Because at that point, I'll be at 0 security, and zero security, I can plus so much more without having to like risk it. With this deck, you're trying to live as long as possible, and using Blinding Ray gets you closer to that game that like your opponents are trying to get to, like Lilith Loop or like Shout. This makes it easy. This you're literally making their job easier. Yes, you are getting 2 memory, like to keep going with your plays, but at that point, like that 1 security matters so much. So I only played at 1. So if it does come up, it comes up. Like if I wanted to Blinding Ray for like the pulse pluses, like if I have like 1 or 2 pulse in my hand and I want to plus both times with both of them, I can do that. Or like if I need to like extend with like Voldarm or something like that, so I give your opponent like security. I mean less memory. I can, but I just feel like it's a one of just because if it comes up, it comes up. If it doesn't come up, it's not a game changer for this deck because you have so many more other options that you can use.
Okay. All right. So let's go over let's say the first locals where you got first place. So what were your matchups throughout the day?
So I believe my first matchup was against a Lordknightmon, which I didn't feel like that was really much competition. It was a fun deck to play against. He never really got to the Lord, but I feel like that was just a free game just because it was kind of off menu. It was like really old. This guy was like just getting back into the game. The second deck I played against was Blocker Black. Blocker Black is like honestly a pretty decent rogue deck for a lot of decks that don't know how to deal with it. The fact that they have big number blockers, as well as with Craniumon, you can't be deleted with certain effects. The minus DP is just like a straight up counter to it because it's not really killing it by like deleting it; it's killing it by game mechanic. And so I just got around that matchup pretty easily. And the last matchup I played, we only played we played 4 matchups, 4 rounds. So the third matchup was against a Chaos Gallantmon player. I saw it. I tried playing it as if it was a Lilith loop, just like saying, "Oh, I need to kill it as fast as I can before it gets to that clock where they can't Lilith loop." I just played around that, which kind of basically the same thing where like she still had Zwart, she still had the Chaos Gallants, so keep bringing back stuff, keep popping my little guys. So I definitely did play it around still like that, and I ended up winning the matchup just because I just controlled the board like insanely. And then the fourth matchup, the final matchup, was a green player. He was, what was it? It was green OTK. No, green Rosemon. Yeah. So not really a matchup again. I don't know how he made it to the final table. But
shout outs to Nathan.
Yeah, shout outs to Nathan. I've played him. But yeah, he ended up piling the Rosemon that day. He ended up getting all the way to the final round on top table, which is great for him, but I just wrecked him after that.
Ooh.
Yeah. But that's just me. He says I'm a bad player.
Team fights.
Says I'm a bad player. Whatever.
Here we go.
Yeah, and then that was the first locals that we went to.
Okay, so let's skip over the second locals because that one was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Deck edits. I know we have the shop championships this weekend. Our first one for the state of Virginia.
Yeah.
And we also have the Evo Cup coming up Sunday.
Yeah.
Any changes you think you would make, or any other techs like you play the Cutemon, that would be a good meta call?
So for me, I did try playing Wargrowl at 3 and cutting down Lordknightmon. I did try playing that, and then I playtested for a little bit, and I just found that Wargrowl is good when it does come up. It's just that Evo for 3 really sucks if you don't have a TK on board, because they can keep memory starving you to like 2 or like 1 or something like that, and you'll always pass over. And it honestly sucks so much that you never get to see your Lord Knight, and you have to keep playing around their board. So you're not really playing your game, you're playing their game. So I put Nightmon back up to 3. So I never really found myself, I guess, ever Digimon for Nightmon. If I really had to, I'd do it. But if not, it'd be like the Antilamon, or I would play the Wargrowl, which was still plus. It's just I didn't want to see it as much as I wanted to see Nightmon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but so is it safe to say this is going to be the deck you're playing?
Yes, this is 100% the deck. 100% the deck
I'm
playing. Yeah.
Any bad matchups you think that the deck has?
Personally, through experience, I would definitely say my worst matchup is gonna be Lilith Loop. I feel like it's everyone's worst matchup at this point.
Yeah.
Lilith Loop is insane. Like, yes, I could try to control their board, but as soon as that clock hits where they have either 10 or 20 in drop and their night raids keep plussing for 6 memory or 8 memory with Liliths on board, it just gets way too much for this deck to deal with. So if I can try to kill them early, let them like slowly build up the pieces to the point where I already built up my board way bigger than theirs. That's the biggest match play around that. The other one, in my opinion, would probably be Imperial Dramon. Imperial Dramon is it's just so rogue that people don't know how to play around it, but like it's just very one straightforward. Like you get 3 swings of jamming, 3 swings of jamming, 3 swings of jamming, and then you go blitz omni for your game. Like there's so much little you can do about that because it could just sit back in the hatching area like the entire time, and like you can't really do anything about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so all right, guys, we're gonna head out of here. Me and him have to get some more testing in before this Evo Cup and Shop Championship. But make sure we're gonna post a lot throughout the day on how the tournaments are going to keep you guys updated. So check out the socials, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. But all right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Any last thoughts, David?
I'm gonna win this shop championship and get my invite.
Yeah, right. But all right, bro, we're gonna get out of here, guys. Take it easy. Peace.
Yeah.